Hello everyone, we're just going to do the weekly trade review with the weekly CPR, how we could have built a view for the trading this week. And the date that we're going to check is between the Monday 27th Feb until 3rd March, Friday, right? And it's marked by these two black lines. So I'll go ahead and put on the weekly CPR and see how we could have had a view of how to trade this week. First of all, we had a slightly white CPR indicating we could be stuck within the CPR range. Sorry, the central three lines are the CPR, the orange, purple and orange. This is R1, previous week high. This is previous week low and S1. So on Monday, we opened below CPR. On the 15-minute, it did look like we are going to reject the CPR and come down. But the next, there was a nice, on the same Monday itself, there was a nice pullback. We went into the CPR. Obviously, in the CPR, we were expecting the market to be sideways. And the same thing happened. Even the market was sideways. And on intraday basis, if you had seen a couple of my shots, we did expect on Tuesday the market to dip a little, and we exactly had this target. That is because of this bottom CPR line at about 40,080. Right, we came here, exactly tested this and went up. And on Wednesday, we had this nice breakout of the CPR and a nice up move. Probably this was kind of like a retest on Thursday. On the expiry day, we did get some down move, and then came the Friday when we gapped up. The moment this gap up happened, right? So our view was we will definitely hit this. We might hit this weekly. What do we say? This R1. If we get a strong move, but the move was strong enough, and we ended up hitting even the previous week high, which is at about 41,200. Though we missed this beautiful trade because it came in the first 1 hour, but how the overall view could have helped us, right? The CPR. Now, using the CPR, you can definitely take some positional trade by doing some kind of a hedging. It's not advisable to go blindly just by call now, just because we cannot assume that this might be a retest and blindly buy a call, right? But if along with price action, if we were expecting some bounce, probably if we had got a green candle closing, then yes, probably we could have thought the closing was not there, right? And if positionally, if we had gone with some kind of a bull call spread or some hedging type of a strategy, definitely we could have made some money. And just see how the CPR works right now. This week, this is the hourly candle, hourly time frame. So we came into the CPR, we came, tested this, broke out, came, retested the CPR, and then see, the logic is once the CPR level breaks, we might hit R1 or the previous day or previous week high. The same logic which applies even on the daily CPR. That same applies on monthly and the weekly CPR. So this week, the moment this gap up was there, we could have had a strong view. At least we will hit this 40,900. And then even when this broke, this could have been a good target on the upside. Though it came in the last day of the week, but still the CPR targets was achieved. And if somebody is watching this weekly CPR review for the first time, you can do some back testing. Putting on weekly CPR, you go to indicators and type CPR, you will get hundreds of CPR monthly and the weekly CPR. So this is the weekly time frame CPR that we are seeing. And even last week, see, we kind of rejected from the CPR and had a nice down move until S3 of the weekly CPR, right? So that's how even this weekly CPR levels work. Now, just seeing how did the monthly CPR play out, I'm just going to choose the monthly CPR, previous month low and the previous month high. Obviously, March 1st, we had the new monthly CPR opened, and this was the previous month, Feb, where we had this volatile move because of the budget. And then the entire time we were about the CPR and came down. Though we missed this, hitting this target of the previous month low or any of the pivots. But now on this month, right, if we have got a nice strong closing, and if this continues, the move on the upside, the first level where we might see some resistance is this monthly R1, that's around 41. The exact level is 41,689, and the second level is 42,000. exactly 42,000, the previous month high. So these are the 2 points where if any sort of a, see how when the market moves, at some point it has to turn, right? So these are the 2 points where the market can turn a little. If we get a strong closing here, then maybe we will hit even 42,000. And obviously next week on Monday we'll have the weekly CPR. We'll have to consider those pivots as well. But as of now, for the March month, we are looking good. See, though this target is pretty close by, right? It can be just achieved in, like, say, 1 hour, how we moved on Friday, right? So this can be a good target on the upside. Then for the rest of the month, we'll have to see how the price reacts here. Either we are going to reject this and come down, or break this and go higher. So this is how we use the monthly and the weekly CPR to build a view, right? Always the best thing in trading is have a trade plan. Okay, and that is in lower levels how your where all on the intraday basis, where all the market can take resistance and support. So have that marked and like a trade plan, and then build your view, meaning based on whatever tools and technical analysis that one is aware with, right? Build your view that whether the market can go up or market can go down. So once, if your view is, now say if for Monday, the next week, your view is bullish and the market is going up, according to your trade plan, you have all the levels, what are the resistance it can hit and how far it can go, and we can execute a trade. If you have a view that the market is bearish and the market tries to go up, in that case we'll have to be careful. So the best part of having this type of a trade plan is where you have your levels marked. So even though you have a bearish view, if the market goes up, right, you will have a plan to trade. Like if this resistance break, the next target, and on the support side, if support breaks, the next support on the downside. So that will really help us in trading. And I'm not a big fan of having a fixed view, that betting everything and kind of having a fixed view that the market will go up and not fall. See, right now our view is, for example, our view is we will hit this R1 for sure, or maybe an extended move until 42,000. But on Monday, if the market falls, we'll definitely take a trade. We'll attempt a trade with a different type of a view. Maybe this was like a small up move and we might come to retest this monthly CPR. Always retest is something in the trading world which is good, right? Whenever we get a retest, see like how we kind of broke out, maybe we might even come to a retest this level and then bounce. So if we come down, we have our levels planned. And definitely, if see, this is the 15-minute chart. If you have seen my analysis video which was posted yesterday, if this level breaks, definitely we will go short, right? There's a good chance we might retest this 40,700. So this way we use price action, couple of indicators, and basically more of price action, right? These are the stuff that we use for analyzing and trading, and no fancy indicator. All the initial part is the same. All these videos are there in the learning section. You can go have a check. And then for intraday, we use a little bit of Camarilla pivot and CPR. We also use open interest, and then we have our 5-star trading setup, which is the option buying setup, and few extra things is what we use. That's it, nothing so complex. So that's it with this weekly CPR trade review. And if somebody is watching my channel for the first time, please do subscribe and follow for some short videos where on intraday basis you'll be getting some nice analysis for the market movement.